Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe. This is May 11th. The season is on May 11th, 2024. As you can see from the league standings, the BRONX Knights are in a virtual tie for first place in the division. They are record of 25-14. This is the rubber match of a 3-game set against the Toronto Blue Jays. Game 1, we lost 11-3. Game 2, we won 7-4. And on May 12th will be the final of a 3-game set at Rogers Center against the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's get this show on the road. Play full game. We are the away team at Rogers Center. MLB Network, close, clear skies. Okay, let's see. Let's put Gio Urshela in there. Put him there. Put him there. That looks fine. Okay, here we go. Again, please like and subscribe. My intention is to bring the BRONX Knights to the playoffs and the World Series. And it's every game I plan to play. I'm playing the difficulty for hitting and fielding is on All-Star. That's basically where I have the hitting difficulty and the pitching difficulty at. So here we are. Major League Baseball at the Rogers Center in Toronto, Canada, as the BRONX Knights visit the Toronto Blue Jays. On the mound for the Blue Jays is Sean Newcomb, making his 9th start of the season. He has a 4-0 record and a 1.91 earned run average. Impressive. Leading off for the BRONX Knights is Max Luklitch, hitting .346 with no homers and 5 runs batted in.
The left fielder, number 39.
And he swings and misses over the curveball for strike 1. Just real quick, options, gameplay, hitting difficulty All-Star, pitching difficulty All-Star.
First pitch, 107.
All in one count. Pitches inside, count evens at 1-1. He checks his swing, but it's in there for a strike. The count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Max Luklitch is 12 years old in real life. That's why he's so short and thin. And he lines a base hit to left field to lead off the game. Let's see the replay. Well, okay, we won't see the replay. Don Mattingly is up next. And a quick throw over to keep Luklitch close. He does have 8 stolen bases on the season. Does have a lot of speed. Don Mattingly is the 1985 Most Valuable Player Award for the American League when he played for the New York Yankees. And he fouls it to left field, and it drops in for a base hit. He's going to go all the way to second. It dunks in for a double. And there's runners at second and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Top of the first, check that. His 11th double of the season. So next up is Chris Ramos, the second baseman, batting from the right side, switch hitting against the... Oh, and he hits it high and deep, and it is 1 bounce to the wall. It might be a 2-run double. He walks into second base. The throw, they don't even bother to throw at the plate. It's a 2-run double for Chris Ramos. And the BRONX Knights have a quick 2-0 lead. His 9th double of the season. You'll notice they're wielding the pink bats. I believe that's because of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I think. Not 100% sure, but... Next up is Michael O'Rourke, batting from the left side. Michael O'Rourke takes, I believe, strike 1. No, ball 1, check that. He's hitting .342 with 9 homers and 30 runs batted in. Ramos leads off second. Still nobody out here in the first. And the pitch is high, ball 2, 2-0. Just on the corner for strike 1. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Ramos leads off second. Here's the pitch. And he grounds it hard to the third baseman. Ramos holds at second, throws across the diamond for the first out of the inning.
That'll fit. The designated hitter,
Jacob Salazar hitting .327 with 3 homers and 24 runs batted in. He is the designated hitter today. Matthew Saps is playing shortstop today. And he takes low ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
95 on the radar gun. He fouls it off, and it's going to drop in for a hit. The runner had to hold up, and he makes it only to third. It's first and third with 1 out. Wasn't sure if it was going to be caught off the fly. Did not want to get caught in no man's land, so he could only advance to third base. Benny LoCicero, the right fielder, steps up to the plate. And he takes ball 1. He's hitting .296 with 9 homers and a team lead 43 runs batted in. Good for second in the American League. He's got a run 90 feet away. And the pitch is low, 2-0. Quick throw. Salazar is back in at first. And he's late on the fastball and hits it foul. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. And he hits it high and deep to left field, right at the warning track. He makes the catch, and it will be a sacrifice fly, and his 44th run batted in for the team lead by Benny LoCicero, and the Bronx Knights take a early 3-0 lead.
the third baseman,
Playing third base today in place of Matt Termini is Gio Urshela, who in very limited playing time has been hitting the ball all over the place. And he checks his swing. The pitch is low for ball 1. So we have a runner at first, which is Jacob Salazar. And the count is 1-0. And Salazar is off. The throw is late. He steals second. So Salazar gets the stolen base. Here's the replay. Nice jump. Stole it on the pitcher. It wasn't a good throw, but... So we have a runner in scoring position for Urshela with 2 outs in the inning. And he grounds it weakly to the second baseman, who flips it one-handed for the final out of the first. So after a half an inning of play, the Bronx Knights jump out to a 3-0 lead. Pitching for the Bronx Knights, making his 6th appearance of the season, is Patrick Joseph. He has a 3-0 record and a 7.06 earned run average. In fairness, one of those, a really bad start inflated his earned run average. He has pitched better than that ERA indicates. And leading off for the Toronto Blue Jays is Paul Schnell, hitting .217 with 4 homers and 17 runs batted.
Paul Schnell.
And the pitch is inside for ball 1. Bronx Knights are 11 games over 500. Good for a virtual tie for first place in the American League West Division. And the next pitch is fouled off. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch is again inside, ball 2, 2-1. Swing and a miss over the changeup. Way out in front. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out.
Batting second, the shortstop.
Here's the replay.
Jason Irizarry.
So, next up, Jacob Irizarry. Takes strike one. Curveball floats in there for strike two. Kenny Jansen is the home plate umpire. Don't think he's a real person, but don't really care. Strike three looking. And Irizarry is down. It's 2 strikeouts to start the game for Patrick Joseph.
Batting third, the right fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger steps up to the plate. He leads the American League in home runs with 20, and he takes strike one. He's hitting .369. He also has 40 runs batted in. And he checks his swing, but doesn't matter. It's called strike. Count is 0-2. Slider inside. Count is 1-2. Fastball low. Count evens at 2-2. Oh, and he hits this high and deep. And that'll be number 21. That'll be a solo homer for Cody Bellinger, his 21st of the season. And they get a run on the board to make it a 3-1 ball game. Oof. Put a charge into that one. Boom. Say goodnight. See how far he hit it. Next up is Dante Bichette, probably playing designated hitter.
The designated hitter, Dante.
And strike one on the corner. He's hitting .371 with 8 homers and 28 runs batted in. Swing and a miss at the curveball. Quickly, he's down 0-2. Fastball inside, count is 1-2. Oh, and he hits this one high and deep to straight center field. It is gone. And it's a 1-run ball game as Dante Bichette hits his 9th homer of the season. Back-to-back solo shots. And it's a 3-2 ball game. My God. He just says goodnight to this one. Dante Bichette was a power hitter in his day in, I guess, 1990s. I believe that this is Ian Happ, even though they're not telling me it's Ian Happ. So. Oh no! It is just foul. It was a couple of feet away from being a tie ball game. Slider inside, count evens at 1-1 strike. This was not the way Joseph wanted to start this game. He starts off the inning striking out the first 2 batters, then proceeds to give up 2 solo home runs. It's oh no! High and deep, Ian Happ back to back to back, and the ball game is tied. Solo Happ's Ian Happ's 11th home run of the season. Oh my God. Boy, oh boy. They are just, are they tipping signs? What's happening? Okay, hold on. Manager. Mound visit. Listen, calm down. All right? It's not the end of the world. It's a brand new ball game. Get your head in the game. Throw strikes. Make them quality strikes. Blah, blah, blah. All right, let's do this. All right, if I'm not mistaken, that's Kyle Schwarber, even though they don't want to tell me who it is. the MLB network coverage. Oh, there it is. 210 with 4 homers and 14 runs batted in. The coverage is terrible, to be completely honest. I should pick the other. And he fouls off the curveball. It is no balls, 2 strikes. Oh boy! It is high and deep. Oh, 4 straight back-to-back home runs. Back-to-back. Kyle Schwarber's 5th home run of the season. And the Toronto Blue Jays in the bottom of the first take a 4-3 lead. Oh my goodness. Well, that's how baseball goes sometimes, folks. Strike 1. Eduardo Escobar. That's Don Mattingly, manager of the Bronx Knights. I'm sure at this point he's scratching his head, wondering what happened to Mr. Joseph. 2 strikes. Quick 2 strikes on Escobar. See if we can get out of this inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So he strikes out the side, but gives up 4, count them, 4 solo home runs. And at the end of 1 inning of play, the Toronto Blue Jays have a 4-3 lead. Fireworks. Leading off the top of the second for the Knights is Anthony Millo, the catcher. He's hitting .198, .198, 1 homer and 14 runs batted in. It is only May, but still. He swings at the first pitch and skies it to the center fielder, who races over into the gap and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch and 1 out. The defense for the Toronto Blue Jays from left to right: Schwarber, Ian Happ, and Cody Bellinger. And in the infield is Irizarry, I don't know, I guess Escobar, Irizarry, Schneier, and Schnell, with Kybert Ruiz behind the plate. So it is Matt Saps, who pops up the first pitch. 2 pitches and 2 outs. Oh boy. It's not the way you want to come out the following inning after the ball. Well, anyway, Max Luklitch, single and a run scored. He's 1 for 1. He's hitting .350 on the season. And he singles up the middle for a base hit. Line drive, nice. So with 2 outs in the second, a threat to steal is at first base. As you can see, he's entering play today. He's been on top of the hits leaders for the team. Don Mattingly, Donnie Baseball, had a double and a run scored. He's hitting .321 with 8 homers and 39 runs batted in. He's 1 for 1 today. And the first pitch is a pitch out. Nothing doing. Ball 1. And he fouls it down the left field line and into the stands for strike 1. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Couldn't get around on the fastball. Quick pitch over to first. And Luklitch is back in. Line drive right at the shortstop, who makes a catch. Nice reflexes. And the side is retired. So, inning and a half has been played. Blue Jays lead 4-3. Leading off for the Blue Jays, Jake Schneier, hitting .270 with 5 homers and 11 runs batted in. And strike 1. Pitch is outside. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss on the slider. Count is 1 and 2.
Nope.
Change up just outside. Counts 2 and 2. Strike 3 looking. 96 on the radar gun.
Batting ninth, the catcher, K. Burke.
Too close to take. Breaking ball drops in front of Ruiz. Kuiper Ruiz is hitting .231 with 2 homers and 11 runs batted in. The fastball's inside. Ball 1. Swing and a miss at the curveball, way out in front. Count is 1 and 2. Just off the plate inside. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is Bronx Knights baseball. Welcome. And he hits it down the left field line. Luklitch is racing over towards the fence, makes the catch just in fair territory for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting.
I am RC Robbin. This is Bronx Knights baseball. Welcome. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for joining me. Paul Schnell for the Blue Jays, hitting .216 with 4 homers and 17 runs batted in. Joseph deals. And he shatters the bat. Gio Urshela pulls him off the bag. He's safe. Oh, inning ending out. I think it's an E5. Broke the bat. He had to charge it. He had plenty of time to get him. That should be an error. So the inning continues with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd. Irizarry, who, I don't know what that is. I guess it's a Blue Jay. Irizarry steps up. And he takes strike 1. 95 on the radar gun. Swing and a miss, way out in front of the changeup. Check that curveball. Strike 2. And he pops him up on the right side. Mattingly is there in foul territory to make the catch for the final out of the 2nd. So after 2 innings of play, the Blue Jays have a 1-run lead, 4-3. Leading off for the Bronx Knights, the 2nd baseman, Chris Ramos. He's a switch hitter, batting from the right side against the lefty. He's got a double, he's a 2-run double. He's 1 for 1. He's hitting .376 on the season. And he goes after the high fastball, showing no kind of patience. He checks his swing. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike.
Nope, up there.
Just high. Count is 2 and 1. And he fouls off the fastball, 94 on the radar gun. Count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he slices it foul. Count remains 2 and 2. Grounds it in the hole. First baseman Fields tosses it to the pitcher, who's covering for the out.
Now batting.
Nice play. Here's the replay. Bounces it over there. First baseman covers a lot of ground. Well, Michael O'Rourke, who grounded out in the first, he's 3 for 9 in the series. Steps up to the plate with 1 out in the 3rd. Pitch is high. Ball 1. He can't get around on it. He flies the other way. The left fielder settles under it and makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Kyle Schwarber.
Salazar.
Jacob Salazar, today's designated hitter, steps up to the plate. He has a hit already. Let's see if he can get another one. Oh, he hits it high and deep. That is Gonzo, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a tie ball game. That is Jacob Salazar's 4th home run of the season, and it's 4-4. Oh, yeah. Let's see the replay. Boom. Boom. Oh. He knew it. So did the pitcher. So the game is tied. Benny LoCicero, the right fielder, steps up to the plate.
Now batting. Number 38.
And he fouls off the first pitch for strike one. He had a sac fly in the game. He's hitting .296. He checks his swing. It's low. Count is 1-1. He grounds it weakly to the second baseman, who tosses it over to first for the final out of the top of the 3rd. But not before Jacob Salazar does this, a solo home run to tie the game. And after 2.5 innings of play, it's 4-4. Sorry, Heidi, there seems to be something wrong with your microphone. We'll send a technician down there to handle it. We apologize. So next up for the Toronto Blue Jays is Cody Bellinger, who hit his 21st home run here in the bottom of the 1st. In this game, the Blue Jays hit back-to-back-to-back-to-back home runs in the 1st. 4 straight solo jobs. Urshela Fields, the only fielder on. Oh, and he's safe. He's safe. He hit against the shift. They had the shift on. He's the only fielder out there. They awarded him with a base hit.
Designated hitter.
That's just a situation where the shift didn't work. He's basically your third baseman playing shortstop, and he does beat out the throw. So we have a runner on here in the. And it's strike one to Dante Bichette, who hit a solo home run. He's hitting .374 with 9 homers and 29 runs batted in for the season. And the breaking ball is high. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Slider is outside. Ball 2. 2-1. He fouls off the changeup. Count evens at 2-2. Bellinger is taking the lead off first. Oh, and he hits it high and deep. His 2nd home run of the game. This time, a 2-run shot. Dante Bichette hits his 10th homer of the season, and the Blue Jays lead 6-4. Ugh. Oh, God. Pain. Pain. Here's the replay. Boom. My goodness. Patrick Joseph is not having a good game. Oh. All right, well, manager, bullpen. Let's get Jesse warmed up. We'll have him come in. This is Kyle Schwarber at the plate. And he takes a strike. I'm sorry, Ian Happ. He grounds it into the shift. Mattingly on the outfield grass, throws to first for the first out of the 3rd. That time the shift worked. Kyle Schwarber is now up. He's .217 with 5 homers and 15 runs batted in. He fouls off the fastball for strike 1.
Nope. Ball 1.
1-1. And the curveball floats in there for strike 2. fouls off the slider inside. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And ball 2.
Change up is low, ball 2. Count evens 2-2. He fouls off the fastball. Swing and a miss at the slider down and in. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, the third baseman, Eduardo Escobar.
Totally fooled. Eduardo Escobar steps up with 2 outs. And the curveball floats in for strike 1. He had a strikeout in the first inning. He's hitting .243 on the season. Slider inside corner. Count quickly falls to no balls and 2 strikes. He fouls it back. Count remains 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the side is retired. But not before a 2-run homer gives the Blue Jays a 6-4 lead. Oh, yeah. Okay. Gio Urshela, grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1. In limited play, he's hitting .550. He's got about 20 at-bats on the season.
Nope.
He checks his swing for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
And he hits a lazy fly ball to center. He makes the catch. There's 1 out. Anthony Millo flied out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Steps up. He's the catcher for the Bronx Knights. Checks his swing. It's a little high. Ball 1. And he smashes it down the line, but it goes foul. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he flies out to the center fielder, makes the catch, 2 outs in the end. Matthew Saps playing shortstop today. He's hitting .270, 6 homers and 17 runs batted in. He popped out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. It's his second plate appearance. Takes it inside. Next pitch is outside. Count is 2 balls, no strikes. There are 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. 3 balls, no strikes. I wonder if he has the green light. No, he does not. Idle swing. And it's high, ball 4. So with 2 outs, he walks him on 4 pitches. Puts a base runner on for the top of the lineup. It's not a good signature for success. Brings the tying run to the plate in the person of Max Luklitch. Max is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He has a .354 batting average in the leadoff spot. Quick throw over there to first. He dives back. He's in time. And he slaps it hard, but the third baseman scoops it, tosses to second for the force for the final out. And 3.5 innings played. It's Toronto 6, Bronx 4. I think, yeah, we still haven't fixed that microphone, Heidi. We apologize. We'll send somebody down there with a 9-volt battery. Leading off, Jake Schneier. He's 0 for 1. He's 3 for 9 in the series with a homer.
The second baseman.
And he takes strike 1. The catcher was setting up on the outside corner, and the pitch drifted to the inside. It's not it's an indication. Not all as well in that pitching arm of Joseph. So next pitch is a ball. It's count as 1-1. Bullpen is active. Strike 2. I have a feeling that if he gives the hitter a walk, he's basically, his night will be finished. Oh, and it bounces off the first base bag for a base hit. A single. Could have been a double, actually. The fact that it hit the bag saved it, turned it into a single.
Now batting, catcher, Caper.
And I think, I think that this is, okay. Warm up Bumgarner. We're going to put Jesse Biddle in. This is just too much. So, Jesse Biddle, in 13 games this season, is 1-1 with a 3.86 earned run average. He also has 3 saves. Steps up against, I believe it's Eduardo Escobar. No, I'm sorry. It's the catcher, Luis. And O'Rourke makes the catch for the first out of the bottom of the 4th. Runner holds at first.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Lineup turns over Paul Schnell, the first baseman, who's 0 for 2 today. He's 5 for 11 in this series. And the curveball just misses low. It's 1-0. Swing and a miss at the slider. Count is 1-1. Swing and a miss at the slider yet again. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jesse Biddle. Looks like he's murder on lefties. Swing and a miss. The 2-seam fastball way out in front. And there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Shortstop,
Jacob Irizarry batting from the right side. Steps in against Biddle. And he takes a curveball for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 today. These are his first 2 at-bats of the season. And he grounds it to Ramos. Fields fires over to Mattingly at first, and the side is retired. So, 4 innings complete. It's 6-4, Blue Jays. So as you can see, Don Mattingly is not only the manager of the Bronx Knights, he also plays first base. He's hitting .319, 8 homers, 39 RBIs. He has a run scored and a double today. He's 1 for 2. And it hits the corner, outside corner for strike 1. He checks his swing, pitches low. Count evens at 1-1. Swings at the high fastball, comes up with nothing. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Way out of the strike zone. Line drive right at the shortstop, who makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Now back.
Can't steer it, you can only hit it hard. Chris Ramos hitting .373 with 15 homers and 39 runs batted in. He has a 2-run double today. Steps up to the plate. And takes ball 1. Switch hitter hitting from the right side against the lefty Nuko. Ball 2, just out of the strike zone high.
No strike.
2 balls, no strikes. He may have checked the swing. Either he swung or was in the strike zone, but either way, it's 2. He hits it high and deep, but foul. And the count evens at 2-2. It's a line drive heading for the gap, and it will fall. 1 bounce off of the wall, and he will skate to second base with a 1-out double. That'll be his 10th double of the season.
Now back.
Here's the replay. The center fielder, Michael O'Rourke, steps up to the plate. He's got a runner in scoring position in Ramos. And he's way out in front of the slider for strike one. He's 0 for 2 today. His batting average is .338 on the season. Oh, and he hits it high and deep. That is gone, and we have a tie ball game. O'Rourke's 10th home run is gonzo. Wait a minute. He did the flex thing at the plate. We're used to this by now. Oh, he's always doing something vaguely, slightly embarrassing when he goes around the base paths. It's just O'Rourke's nature. That one wasn't as bad. I've actually seen him do much worse. The good news is that the ball game is tied at 6. Next up, Jacob Salazar steps in and wraps it. I think it's going to stay. Oh no! Instead of, he didn't charge the ball. He let it drop for a single. Salazar is at first. I thought for sure that he would make that catch. Looked like he held up long enough. But at the last minute, he kind of bailed out on it. Well, Benny LoCicero is up. The runner at first and one out here in the top of the 5th. And he pitches out. Nothing doing. No steal attempt. Benny LoCicero is officially 0 for 1 today. He has a sac fly and an RBI. And he throws over. Salazar is back in there. He's safe. So the count is 1-0. Again, a throw over to first. Another pitch out. Again, nothing doing. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on LoCicero. He smashes it foul. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. The throw down to second is not in time. Salazar steals the bag. He has speed. He's not the greatest base stealer in the world, but he's got enough speed to do that. So now we have a runner in scoring position and a 2-2 count. And it's outside. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runner at second is Salazar. Runner at the plate is LoCicero. And he fouls off the pitch, and the count remains full. And he slices it the other way, and it will fall in. It'll be an RBI double for Benny LoCicero. And they take a 7-6 lead here in the top of the 5th. It's LoCicero's 9th double of the season. He leads the team in runs batted in. And the Bronx Knights have a 7-6 lead. And they've seen enough from Newcomb. The new pitcher for the Blue Jays is Sean Long. This is his 18th appearance. His record is 2-1. He has 2 saves. His ERA is 5.12. He will try to stop the bleeding. Runner in scoring position is LoCicero at second. Urshela is up. And he takes, it's a wild pitch, but it bounces off the backstop. Right back to the catcher, so no advance on the base. Gio Urshela is 0 for 2 today. He's 11 for 21 on the season. If you do the math, that's well over 500, 524. And he hits it high and deep. It is caught. The runner thought of tagging up, but then went back to second base. He made a bid for a 2-run homer, but there are 2 outs.
Number 43.
So, Anthony Millo, 0 for 2 today. He's hitting a .195. He does have a runner in scoring position. And he lashes at it, but it drops in. It drops in. It'll be an RBI double. Oh, he throws it away. But he doesn't advance. In any event, it's an RBI double for Anthony Millo, his 6th double of the season. And it's an 8-6 ball game. That was almost a catch. Diving attempt. Bounced off his glove. Matthew Saps is up. And he fouls off the slider. Just gets a piece. 4 strike 1. And the pitch is outside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Matt Saps is the shortstop today. Bounces back and forth between shortstop and just gets a piece of the slider. Shortstop and designated hitter. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. He checks his swing. It's in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Ruiz. No advance. Count is 2-2. Millo takes his lead off the second. Here comes the pitch. And he fouls off the 2-seam fastball. Count remains 2-2. It's an 8-6 ball game. The Knights have scored 4 runs this inning. And the pitch is low, and the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Max Luklitch, the left fielder, is on deck. He's got 2 hits today. He checked his swing. It's outside, did not go. So that's base on balls for Matthew Saps, and we have runners at first and second with 2 outs.
Now batting, number 39.
Let's see from the replay. Oh, it's close, but he did not swing. So, Luklitch is up. He's batting again, this time from the left side against the righty, Sean Long. And he hits a base hit to center field. He makes the turn at third. The throw to the plate is cut off. It's an RBI single for Max Luklitch, and the Bronx Knights have a 9-6 lead.
Now batting,
Nice piece of hitting, his 3rd hit of the ball game.
Mattingly.
Don Mattingly, the first baseman, steps up with runners at first and second. And he swings at the first pitch and flies it to shallow left field. Left fielder races over, makes the catch, and the side is retired. But not before the Bronx Knights score 5 runs. And in the middle of the 5th inning, we have a 9-6 lead. Wow. Cody Bellinger is 2 for 2 with a homer and a single today. He steps up now with a 3-run deficit here in the bottom of the 5th. He takes ball 1. Swinging and missing the curveball. Count 1-1. Oh, and he swings high and deep, but it goes foul. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, and he pops him up behind the plate. Foul territory. Anthony Millo is there. He makes the catch for out number 1. So the Patrick Joseph's line, even though he'll not get a decision in this one, it's 3 innings, 7 hits, 6 earned runs. He also had 6 strikeouts, which is bizarre, but bottom line is he didn't get the job done. He's lucky he's not going to get a loss for this. Dante Bichette hitting .378 with 10 homers and 31 runs batted in, steps up. And it looks like it may drop. It drops into center field between the shortstop and the center fielder for a bloop single. Error on the outfielder. They're giving an error. Wow, they're giving an error. We need to go to the scorer's table and discuss that. How do they give an error to the outfielder? That is just, well, fine, it's no hit. Sorry, Dante, you don't get a hit. So there's a runner at first and 1 out. Ian Happ steps up to the plate. He's hitting .256 with 11 homers. And the The ball floats in there for strike one. Biddle has pitched well since coming in. I hope that wasn't the kiss of death. And on the wild pitch, the runner advances into scoring position. Blocks it well, but unfortunately he's not able to get to it quickly enough. And he realizes, let me hold on to the ball. And he flies it to short center field. O'Rourke is there. He makes the catch for the second out.
Next to the Blue Jays.
Next up is Kyle Schwarber. He's 1 for 2 with a solo homer. One of the 4 back-to-back home runs in the first inning off of Patrick Joseph. And this time, no advance on the base paths. One ball in the dirt.
Ball.
2 balls, no strikes.
No strikes.
Swing and a miss on the fastball. 97 on the radar gun. Swing and a miss on the slider. Count is quickly 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The side is retired. So it's an official ball game with 5 innings complete. The Bronx Knights have a 3-run lead. Okay, he's pitched well. Let's go to the manager's office in the bullpen. Let's put Bumgarner in.
The second baseman.
It's scheduled to put him in the game.
Ramos.
So Chris Ramos is up. And he takes the pitch high for ball 1. And it's a line drive base hit the other way. A single to left field. And the Bronx Knights have the leadoff man on.
Now batting, the center fielder.
So the center fielder, Michael O'Rourke, in his last at-bat, smashed a 2-run homer to give them the tie. At the time, it was 6-4, and that shot made it 6-6. I'm sure he'd love to reproduce those results. And he pulls it hard but foul. Strike 1. And again, he pulls it hard but foul. Can't seem to keep it fair. Keeps pulling his 0-2 count. And he backs him off the plate. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. He doesn't look too thrilled about that. After hitting the home run, get a pitch high and tight, it seems. He checks the swing. Curveball is low. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Did he check it?
Did he go?
No, he did not. It's called a strike 3. He broke the wrists. And there's 1 out.
Now batting,
Jacob Salazar. And it's a base hit. He's going all the way to third to throw to third base. Ramos is in there. And it's first and third with 1 out on the single by Salazar up the middle. Look at this advance. He doesn't have a lot of speed, but a little bit of base running savvy. So, Benny LoCicero, the team leader in runs batted in, is up with, and he takes ball 1, 98 on the radar gun. He has a 2-run double in this game. He's got a runner 90 feet away. And he takes a strike. Count is 1-1. As you can see, his average with runners in scoring position is mind-boggling. He's hitting .465 runners in scoring position. And the pitch is outside. Is 2 balls and 1 strike. The way the Blue Jays have been scoring runs, they need all the insurance they can get. Bounces it weakly Second for one, back to first, not in time. He only gets the force the fielder's choice, so it's an RBI ground out for LoCicero, and the score is 10-6. Gio Urshela is 0 for 3 today. Steps up to the plate with the runner at first, and 2 outs. And the pitch out, nothing happened. Guess they thought something was on. No deal. Count is 0-1. No, check that 1-0. Pitch is outside, ball 2. And a quick throw to first. He's in there. Checked his swing, but the slider is in the strike zone. It's two balls and 1 strike. And he hits it. Lazy fly ball out to the right fielder, who makes the catch, and the side is retired. But not before they add to their lead. And 5.5 innings played. The Bronx Knights are leading 10-6. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. So Madison Bumgardner, who in the year 2024 is no longer a starting pitcher, he's a reliever, is pitching his 11th game. He's 2-1 with a 4.08 earned run average. He has a save. So it's bottom of the 6th. Bronx Knights have a 4-run lead, and Eduardo Escobar steps up. And it's a strike.
0-1's the count.
And he throws him the cut fastball and pops him up on the infield. Outfield grass. Ramos is there. He makes the catch. 1 away.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the second baseman,
Jake Schneier had a single in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. Steps up against Bumgardner. And he smashes it to center. Diving attempt. Goes all the way to the wall. Backed up by Luklitch, who throws it into the cutoff man. He's going for third. The throw to third is not in time. Instead of a single, O'Rourke's dive turns it into a triple. Well, in fairness, it would have gone all the way to the wall, whether he dived or not. So, in any event, there's a runner at third with 1 out. Ruiz is up. And he fouls off the cut fastball for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 today. Kuipert Ruiz, the catcher. And the curveball is pulled foul. It's quickly 0 for 2. Needs a strikeout or a pop-up. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got exactly what he needed. And there are 2 outs.
the bat,
in real time.
first baseman, Paul Snell.
So, leadoff man is back up. Paul Chanel, the first baseman. And he takes strike 1, cut fastball.
0-1.
He's 0 for 3 today. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Now check that changeup. Curveball is just off the plate. He wanted it. But it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouls it off. Count is 1-2. Strike 3 looking. Cut fastball. Side is retired. So it's still a 4-run game. Bronx Knights lead after 6 innings complete. 10-6. Exciting game. So the catcher makes his way up to the plate yet again. Anthony Millo.
The catcher.
He's 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. The bullpen for the Blue Jays is active. 2 right-handers. And he takes ball 1 low. As you can see, it's Ramirez and Leonard warming up in the Toronto bullpen. And he hits it towards the gap, and it will fall in. One bounce to the wall, and he will make his way to second base with a lead-off double. That is Anthony Millo's 7th double of the season. And considering that he's fighting with the Mendoza line, it's nice to see him driving the ball in the gap. You know, more than once a game. So there's a pitching change. Clyde Leonard takes over for Sean Long. He's pitched 9 games. He's 1-1 with a 3.68 earned run average. And hitting in the number 9 spot is Matthew Saps, the shortstop. And he jams him, pops it up on the outfield grass. The shortstop is there. He makes the catch for out. One pitch from away. Luklitch is 3 for 4. Steps up with a runner in scoring position. Chance for another RBI. And he pulls it foul for strike one. Oh, he calls it a strike. Low strikes him. Well, anyway, the count is no balls and 2 strikes.
1-1.
1 and 2. He checks it. No advance. Nice block by Ruiz. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. He breaks his bat and he throws him out. It's almost like a bunt. A bunt with 1 out. So with 2 outs, there's a runner at third base.
The first baseman, number 23.
Nasty pitch. Let's watch this. Shatters the bat. So Don Mattingly is 1 for 4 today with 1 scored. He had a double. He's 4 for 13 in this series. It's a 3-game set. He's got a insurance run 90 feet away. And he takes it low for ball 1. His average this season is 4.08 with runners in scoring position. And he's late on the fastball. Count is even at 1-1. Don Mattingly won a batting title in 1984 in the American League. Way behind the fastball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he turns it over weakly. Oh, it looks like it might be an error by the second baseman. And the run scores. It's a 5-run ball game, 11-6. That was a gift run. Error E4, gift wrapped.
Ramos.
Let's watch it. Just rolls up the heel of his glove. And before he knows what's happening, Mattingly's safe at first and the run scored. So it's 11-6. Chris Ramos is 3 for 4. His batting average is up to 382. And he smashes it down the line, but it curves foul. Strike 1. He is hot.
One ball, 1 strike.
Pitch is low. 1-1. And he hits it high and deep, but playable on the warning track. He backs up, makes the catch, and the side is retired. But not before they get a run off of an error. 7th inning stretch. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Bronx Knights have an 11-6 lead. Get up and stretch. Irizarry, if that's how you pronounce it, is 0 for 3 today. 0 for 3 in his debut, his 2024 debut. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Strike 1. And he fouls it weakly. Well, doesn't foul it weakly. He just kind of floats it weakly the opposite way to LoCicero on right, who makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Cody Bellinger is 2 for 3, steps up to the plate. He's hitting .375 in the season. He is And he smashes it to center, but Luklitch is there, played him perfectly for the second out.
The batter, number 10, designated hitter,
Dante Bichette's got 2 homers today. I'm sure he'd love to have a third. Boom. That's one of his 2 homers. Smashes it hard to Ramos at second base, who fields, fires, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Madison Bumgarner. And at the end of 7 innings of play, it's 11-6. Manager.
leading off for the ninth.
This goes Caleb Smith. Schedule to put him in the game. Michael O'Rourke is up at the plate. And he pulls it foul. Strike 1. Just on the outside corner for strike 2. Count is 0-2. Inside ball 1.
That's inside.
Fouls off the fastball to stay alive. The count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes on O'Rourke. And he smashes it foul. Count stays right where it is, 1-2. Pitch is low, count evens at 2-2. Just off the plate. And the count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And he fouls it off to stay alive. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. This is the 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up right now. Oh, and he smashes it. Will it stay fair? It is foul. Almost the 2nd home run of the game. Count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch is outside for ball 1. The leadoff man is on. Bases on balls. That close.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter.
So, Jacob Salazar, the designated hitter today. He's 4 for 4. A homer and 3 singles. Steps up to the plate from the left side. And the pitch out, nothing happening. Ball 1. Quick pitch over to first. O'Rourke is back in. Outside, ball 2. 2-0. So this is the rubber game of a 3-game set at Rogers Center. And it may drop. Will it drop? No, it will not. The center fielder runs it down for the first out of the inning. Salazar is retired. So this is the rubber game of a 3-game set. Each team is taking the first game each. As you can see, neither starting pitcher pitched all that well. Neither will. Benny LoCicero has 3 runs batted in today. He's 1 for 3 with a double. And he swings and misses. Fastball for strike 1. And it's inside corner, strike 2. Jams him, fouls it back. Count remains 0-2. And it's a line drive, base hit to center field. And the runner advances to third base. It's 1st and 3rd. Good base running by O'Rourke on that soft
third base.
Base hit to center.
Gio.
Off the end of the bat, he just powers it over the second baseman's head. And O'Rourke never stops running. So, with 1 out, there's runners at first and third for Gio Urshela. And he swings and misses. It's blocked at the plate. No advance. Nice block by Ruiz. Gio is 0 for 4 today. He's 11 for 23 on the season. Doesn't have to get a hit to get an RBI. Swings and misses the inside fastball for strike 2. And the pitch is low for ball 1. Quick pitch over there to keep LoCicero close. And the fastball is outside. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here with 1 out in the top of the 8th. We have a 5-run lead. He checked it. In the dirt, no advance, full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and third. And he walks him, and the bases are loaded. The bases are jammed with Knights. So with a 5-run lead, they have the bases loaded. And Anthony Millo is up, who has 2 hits today. Sure he'd like to come through in this spot. And it's inside, ball 1. Nowhere to put him. Bases are jammed. Oh, and he hits it high and deep. He made a bid for a grand slam, but it'll be perhaps a sacrifice fly instead. And it will be a sac fly and a 6-run lead as the Bronx Knights take the 12-6 lead.
Number 31.
I'm sure he'll take it. Matt Saps is 0 for 2 with 2 walks today. He's got 2 outs, runner at first and third. He checks his swing, it's outside for ball 1. And the pitch is low for ball 2. Count is 2-0. And he lines a base hit in the gap, which will roll all the way to the wall. Could be a 2-run double. Let's see. Makes the turn. The throw to the plate is not in time. It's a 2-run double for Matthew Saps, and the score is 14-6.
Now batting.
Let's watch this replay. It just rolls all the way to the wall. By the time they get there, tosses it to the cutoff man, who makes a strong throw to the plate. And the tag is not in time. Gio Urshela scores. Beautiful play.
Your attention, please.
So, pitching change. Cameron Ruiz comes in.
Number 11.
This is his 17th appearance. He has a 4-1 record with a 5.40 earned run average. And he faces off against Max Luklitch, who pulls it foul. Max is 3 for 5. Seems like everyone in the lineup is 3 for 5. And he flares it out to center field, but right there is the center fielder who makes the catch for the final out of the top of the 8th. Not before they pile on a few more. They add 3. Bronx Knights lead 14-6. Do you want to still change pitchers? Yes, I do. Caleb Smith, who has appeared in 11 games. He's 1-0 with a 3.55 earned run average. Will pitch for the Bronx Knights against Ian Happ, who has a solo home run in the first, like 3 of his other teammates. Real quick, just want to show you options, gameplay, hitting difficulty, all-star, pitching difficulty, all-star. So, just in case you're wondering. And it Ball one, just off the plate. And he smashes it to the outfield, but Luklitch runs it down. Playing him deep on the warning track. Makes the catch.
Now
On the first out. Deep smash. Kyle Schwarber steps up to the plate. He's hitting .213, 5 homers, 15 runs batted in. Does have a home run in today's contest. He takes strike one. Swinging and missing. Slider, strike two. Fouls off the changeup. Stays alive. Count is 0-2. Swinging and missing. The slider, strike three. 2 outs. 2 quick outs. Eduardo Escobar. It's 0-3. Hitting .240 on the season.
Off the plate, ball one.
Checks his swing, takes it inside, just off the plate. Could have been called a strike. And he fouls it off. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike on Escobar. Barring a miracle, it looks as though the Bronx Knights will win 2 out of 3 on the road against the Toronto Blue Jays. And will finish their first 40 games of this season 26-14. Pretty good record, good enough for at least a tie for first in the American League West. And he fouls it off. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Proper 1/4 of the season has gone by. And he pops it up on the right field line. In foul territory, Mattingly, the first baseman, makes the catch. It's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Jesse Biddle. And at the end of 8 innings of play, it's 14-6, Bronx Knights. So he'll pitch the Bronx. Mattingly steps up and pulls it hard, but right at the second baseman. Fields fires. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Next up is Chris Ramos, who's 3 for 5. He has 2 doubles, a single. He's got 2 runs batted in. He's hitting from the right side, left side. Check out. And he fouls off the 2-seamer for strike. Inside, 1-1. Most impressive thing about Cameron is his beard, in my humble opinion. And he jams him. Shallow fly ball to center field. The shortstop is there, makes the catch, and there are 2 outs. Michael O'Rourke is 1 for 4, but that 1 home run was a big one. They were down 6-4. They tied at 6-6, and the rest is history. Steps up to the plate. And he fouls off the 2-seamer for strike 1. And he pops him up on the infield. The catcher, Ruiz, is there, makes the catch in front of the mound, and the side is retired. So, here we go, last licks for the Toronto Blue Jays. We'll go to the 9th. They need 8 runs to tie. Let's see if they can do it. Leading off is Jake Schneier. He's 2 for 3 with a single and a triple. He's 5 for 11 in the series. Pretty good. I'm going to just throw strikes. And he fouls it off. Strike 1. Caleb Smith throws heat from the left side. And he fouls it. Foul. Just misses the chalk. And it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Thought that one might be a double. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 95 on the radar gun. And there is 1 out in the 9th.
The batter.
Kybert Ruiz, 0 for 3 today. Struck out in the 6th inning. And he takes two-seamer in there for strike 1. He waits on it, but still pulls it foul. Quickly, there are 2 strikes on Ruiz. And he pops it up on the infield. In foul territory, Mattingly makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. The Toronto Blue Jays are down to their final out. Paul Schnell, the leadoff man, steps up. He's 0 for 4. He's hitting only .211. And he swings and misses at the fastball. Strike 1. Swings and misses at the fastball for strike 2. They're down to their final strike. And he fouls it down the left field line, but it stays. No balls and 2 strikes. Pulls it, but foul. Refuses to be that last out. Doesn't go down without a fight. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, the ball game is over. And they have won the series 2 games out of 3 against the Toronto Blue Jays at Rogers Center. This game is a victory for the Bronx Knights, 14-6. And they go home on a winning streak. Curious to see who the player of the game is, so I'm just going to let it roll for a little bit. I am RC Robbin. This is Shenanigans ttRPG. We happen to play Dungeons and Dragons on this channel, but I also like to play baseball every so often. As you can see, Jesse Biddle is the winning pitcher. He's 2-1. Sean Newcomb is the losing pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's 4-1. So, Bronx Knights, 14 runs, 17 hits, 2 errors. Toronto Blue Jays, 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Jesse Biddle is the winner. Sean Newcomb is the loser. Player of the game is Jacob Salazar, the shortstop, who played designated hitter today. He's 4 for 5 with a homer and an RBI. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, this is game number 40. The team is 26-14. And hopefully you will stick around and poke your head in every so often and check to see my progress as I strive to make the playoffs and win the World Series on the difficulty setting of All-Star or better. Thanks so much. Have a great night.